Thank you, the greatest Nigerian students and youth in Ekiti, for coming as representatives of those who are dissatisfied with the decision that has been taken by government. I want to assure you that I will deliver your message, partly because Mr. President has just called a meeting of all governors on this issue, but also because I am the representative of the people. I was elected into this position to defend the interests and the yearnings of our population. And I want to assure you that we on our part, we will continue to do whatever we can to reduce the weight of this decision on the hapless citizenry of our state. And collectively, we will continue to argue for better management of policies that are likely to be inimical to the greater interest of the greater good of the population. Our position as a party is clear, but government is entitled to take its decision because Nigerians, at least majority of Nigerians, elected President Jonathan Goodluck into office. We did not support that. We did not want him as president, but he is president of Nigeria today. He's an embodiment of the Nigerians' interests and aspirations. And as far as we're concerned, we don't want anybody, in spite of all of this dissatisfaction that is there, we don't want anyone to take advantage of the dissatisfaction in order to derail this democracy. And I think that's an important point that I've always made to my comrades in the student union, that whatever you do, you should not allow yourself to be used or abused by those who want to manipulate this problem and turn it into an opportunity to derail democracy in Nigeria. We are not where we ought to be. This democracy has not matured enough. It is very, very unstable. And when you combine this decision with the spate of insecurity around the country, you know that we are almost ending up with a Molotov cocktail. I don't want us, as those who struggled hard for this democracy to lose it. And we must be very, very careful to ensure that we do everything within our own powers not to lose this civilian democracy. Part of what we have to do is to alleviate the suffering of the masses. One of the things I'm doing when I live here is to commission buses, some of which will be going to your universities, to reduce this pressure on your own meager allowances from your parents, so that you don't have to pay too much. We had bought those vehicles in anticipation that this might happen. The federal government palliative is still on the way. We hope it will get here very soon. But ours are already here, at least a part of it. And we will be releasing those vehicles, those BRT buses, to the institutions as well as to workers today, so that these problems can be alleviated on transportation. That will not necessarily deal with the problems of inflation that we're already witnessing, either on food prices or on building materials or on price of transportation. It would at least alleviate it a little bit. But we all need a concerted effort to save our country and to save the masses of the country. But there is no question, because I don't want to be misconstrued, there's no question that the cartel that was responsible for manipulating oil subsidy must be tackled head on. Because there is a cartel. There is a cartel that has been benefiting illicitly from what should be the benefits of the masses of our country. And I do not want us, because we are opposed to oil subsidy removal, to promote the interest of this cartel, because they will be the beneficiaries of this illicit subsidy on fuel, which is really subsidy of corruption. It is corruption subsidies, not fuel subsidy. And what we're getting now is a fuel tax rather than fuel subsidy. So I think it is absolutely important as leaders of the youth yourself to tackle the cartel and insist that they must be brought to book for running this country aground. 1.3 trillion naira is no small money if it goes to the people who truly deserve it. If it goes to the ordinary people of this country, and I don't have a problem finding a mechanism and a means to subsidize the poor. I do not want to subsidize the rich. And that is why here we have policies that promote the interests of people who are not the rich in society. Students who have their fees reduced, our elderly parents who were paying social security to, the free health services that we're rendering. These are all part of our party's policy. And I'm not playing politics here. This is a serious issue. It's an issue that goes to the heart of the democracy that we're practicing. But we must not continue to promote the interests of the criminal gang, the cartel, the crony capitalists who are running down this country. We must block them and also find other mechanisms of promoting the interest of the poor. Also, we must not allow them or allow their agents to seize this opportunity to derail Nigeria's democracy. Because it is not just President Jonathan that they're going to be derailing. They're going to be derailing the future of all of you who have come to protest this oil subsidy removal. And we must be careful not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We must be careful not to become tools in the hands of those who hate this country, those who see this as an opportunity for jackboots to return to Nigeria. I spent my time in exile. I don't want jackboots back in Nigeria. I don't want military to use this as an opportunity to come and promote perfidious interest simply because we are opposed to fuel subsidy removal. So let us be strategic. Let us organize the way you're doing. Let us demonstrate peacefully, but ultimately let us engage in dialogue in order to bring this problem to a reasonable solution to the mutual interest of all parties. I thank you for coming. I promise to deliver your message to President Goodluck Jonathan, and I also promise to push your argument when I get to the forum of government. Thank you.
Of the greater Nigeria today!
Yeah.
We need to for the governor!
Go, sir! Go, sir!